Hi guys. Oh my god, I'm so excited to be doing this video right now. So as you can tell by today's title, today we are going to be talking. Yes, just me and you having a good old girl talk, having a good old conversation. You know what I'm saying? Yes, y'all. I'm in the bed, y'all. I did like a bed makeover. I don't know, I love my bed. My bed is so cozy. It's so fluffy. Love it here. But anywho, I'm gonna get right into today's video just to give you guys a little overview of what today's video is going to be about. I'm gonna be talking. The questions are more so related towards me, how it's been in my 20s. You guys, I'm 20 years old. I'll be 21 in July 12th. Say the date. I'm going to talk to you guys a little bit about how it's been being 20, being in college. Um, we're just gonna get into some questions, but it's gonna be more so geared towards that. But before we get into the video, make sure you give the video a big thumbs up, like, comment, share, and subscribe. Also, make sure you tell a friend and tell a friend and tell that friend to tell a friend about my channel. Also, make sure you comment down below in the description box more videos you want to see on my channel because I'm going with the bangers all 2025. Without further ado, let's get right into the video. Y'all not gonna be able to tell me what to do with this mic. Y'all not gonna be able to tell me nothing. They 10 years, okay? Let's open our soda. This is not an ASMR, but we gotta get into it. All right, y'all. Let's get into these questions. I got my handy dandy iPad with me. So let's get into the first question. The first question is, how has your experience been as a 20-year-old online college student? Child, let me tell y'all. First of all, online college is not for the weak. I attend an HBCU, Albany State University, but I go online. So, with that being said, it's HBCU on top of the fact that it's online. You know, you're not hearing back from professors until maybe 72 hours later. They give you 48 hours. You know, they ask you to give them 48 hours to reply, but they don't be getting back with you until like 4 days later. And then also being online, another like terrible thing is a lot of the professors go out of town. A lot of them just go out of town and then they tell you like, oh yeah, I'm gonna be out of the office for like a week. I'm not gonna have any access to Wi-Fi or this. But your assignments are still due on the same day they're due. You're not gonna be able to ask him questions because guess what? He's gonna be out of town. And even if you do email them, they're not gonna reply because they don't have access to internet. So they say. Yeah, it's just a lot of like craziness that goes on. I can say when I was going to a PWI and going to school online, it was so much better. And I really hate that. I really hate that it's like that. You know what I'm saying? I really hate that HBCUs have this terrible image of not being professional, of not being considerate of students, especially when it comes to responding to emails or just handling business. But that's the sad truth. That's literally the sad truth. So, as far as my age, I don't think my age has anything to do with being like an online student. Um, but I can say it has affected me in a way of not being social. I mean, I started off going on campus and then I just had to switch over to a different college because the college I started at to take my prerequisite classes, it just didn't have my major, so I had to make a switch. Next question is, do you ever feel like you're missing out on the college experience? Yes, tremendously. I want to go to college real bad. Yes, y'all, I definitely feel like that I've been missing out on a college experience. I do. One of the reasons why I'm not in college on campus is because staying home and going to school is a cheaper option. I haven't had to take out any student loans, thank God. And it's just been easier for me. Being that, my mom passed away when I was 11, I pretty much had to, I wouldn't say figure out everything on my own, but as far as like taking care of what I need, like I needed a car. I desperately needed a car because I do hair. I have travel clients. So when it came to that, like I desperately needed a car. And me staying home allowed me to work, save up for a car, purchase my car, pay my car note, pay my car insurance, and I don't have to worry about how I'm paying for school. I don't have to worry about, okay, financial aid gave me this much, but am I gonna have to take out a loan to get the rest? Yeah, there's scholarships, but I've applied to tons of scholarships and haven't received any of them. But that doesn't mean that you stop. That doesn't mean that you stop applying to those scholarships. I'm definitely going to keep applying to those scholarships because I would definitely like to transition to an actual physical campus. So yeah, to answer that question, I definitely feel like I am missing out. And some people say that, oh, you're not missing out, da da da. I want to be involved. Like I think I'm a social person. Like some people probably would say I'm antisocial. It just depends on who I'm around, to be honest with you. It depends on the environment. It depends on, you know, just the atmosphere. I know when to talk and I know when not to talk. So, but to answer that question, yeah. The next question is, how hard has it been to make friends in your 20s? Oh, terrible. It's been bad. When I say it's been rough, it's been rough. Y'all, it's been rough. It's ghetto out here in these streets. Why nobody told me? Why nobody told me it was this hard to make friends in your 20s? So I think for me, I started being homeschooled when I was in middle school. So I didn't meet any friends from high school. And you know what? That's probably not even like a bad thing because half of the time the friends that you have in high school, they go off to college and you guys never speak again, or you speak every now and then, or like, you know what I'm saying? Some of those people are not your long-term friends. So I don't think that's a bad thing, but I think that me not being on a actual campus has affected me. I just don't have a social life. I don't connect with people. And what I mean by that is I'm not making any meaningful connections. Like when I was at Georgia State, I was going to the perimeter campus, and for those who don't know what the perimeter campus is, it's like a Georgia State. It is Georgia State, but it's a different campus that's not in the city. So I wasn't going downtown to Atlanta to go to the campus. I was going to the one that's in Decatur, and that particular campus, you literally go to class and you come back home. There is no room and board. There's no meal plan. You literally go to class and you go back home. So when it came to going to school on that campus, I did meet people, but I feel like when you actually go off to school and you have to live in your dorm, you have to have roommates. Those are how you form connections with people, and you have to stay in like halls, like just different dorm settings. I feel like that's how you meet people. And also, when you stay on campus, all you have is each other, especially when you're like far away from home. That's all you have. All you have is each other. So sometimes that forces people to talk. That forces people to build those connections. That forces people to get out their comfort zone. And I think for me, I just haven't had to do that. Like I haven't been forced to do so because I go to class and I go home. And as well as my peers that's around me, they go to class and they go home. I do feel like when I go to an actual campus though, it'll be so much better because it'll kind of be like, okay, I have a roommate, even if me and my roommate don't talk out, it's other people who I'll meet on campus because we have to talk to each other. I mean, we don't have to, but we're not we're not in Kansas anymore, baby. What Dorothy say? We're not in Kansas. Like you're not in your you're not in your hometown anymore. You're somewhere in the country, or you're somewhere in the city, and you have to, all you have is community, all you have is the students, all you have is your peers. So it's been hard making friends in my 20s, but I feel like it's coming, and when it comes, it's gonna be good. Like, I feel like I'm gonna be close to people. I feel like I'm gonna have meaningful relationships. I don't feel like I'm gonna be used in those friend, friend relationships or whatever, because that has been kind of like my issue when it comes to people coming in my life. I feel like they just use me. But I allowed it, so that's neither here nor there. But you guys know I do hair, I braid hair, and I feel like a lot of my friends would just want free hairdos, and sometimes they would have the means to pay me, and they just won't for whatever reason. But that's my fault because I allowed a lot of that stuff. And I always would say, no, it's okay, you don't have to worry about it. But it came to a point where my so-called friends would want their hair done every week or every 2 weeks, and it's kind of like, hey, now, like, you doing a lot. You get what I'm saying? So that's when I would kind of start to see, like, dang, you low key taking advantage of the situation. Like, because you can get a free hairdo don't mean that you can get your hair done every week. That's not cool. But I allowed it, so what I'm saying, I had to take it under the chin. I had to just know how to set those type of boundaries in the future. But to answer your question, yes, it has been hard to make friends in your 20s because I do a lot. Like, I'm very business savvy. I know a lot of information. Um, and sometimes people would literally just latch onto me because of the things that I know. And it's kind of like once they get what they want, it's kind of like they milk you dry until they can't milk you no more, and they leave. My next question is, how do you deal with feeling lonely or isolated? Honestly, honestly, when I feel lonely, or like when I feel like I don't have anybody to talk to, I watch YouTube videos. Literally, I watch YouTube. And that's one of the reasons why I wanted to start a YouTube channel, because I know I'm going to be that for somebody else. Like, I have my favorite YouTubers that I like to watch, and watching their videos make me feel like that I'm on the phone, or I'm on FaceTime with a friend or something. You know what I'm saying? And that's one of the reasons why I started YouTube, because I want to be that for somebody else. I want to be a friend to somebody else, a virtual friend. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I kind of deal with, feeling lonely. As far as isolation, I feel like God is always with me, even though sometimes I don't feel that. But I have to remind myself that. And sometimes it's hard to remind yourself of God. When you're going through hard times, sometimes it's hard to think of God because you're thinking about how in a rut you are, or you're thinking about how hard of a time it is. But really, you should be focusing on God, and focusing on, you're not alone. God is always with you. You know you're not lonely. God is always with you. So that's how I deal with feeling lonely and, you know, just feeling isolated. Because you guys, when I say I don't have friends, I really don't. Like, I don't have friends. But I feel like God is also preparing me, and He is um he's isolating me. Like, I truly feel like God is isolating me. And I'm okay with that. I'm okay with the isolation, because I know where I'm going, everybody cannot come. And I'm okay with that. But the people who gonna be there, shoot, the people who supposed to be around me, they probably gonna help me get there. You get what I'm saying? Like, you just never know. I know God has a great sense of humor. He will literally do something that you didn't even think was gonna go on. He'll throw a complete curveball, and you'll be like, "Oh, word! Like, that's what you did. I see what you did there. Okay." So yeah, I'm just waiting on God. I'm waiting on God to bring me my long term friends, because I know it's coming. The next question is, do you think online college has affected your social life? Yes, online college has definitely affected my social life. I don't be talking to nobody, y'all. I don't. But you know what, y'all? When I think about it, like, a lot of people don't know how to hold conversations or start them. because people are so used to meeting people through social media, through a cell phone, through Instagram, through Snapchat, through TikTok. But when they get in person, they don't know how to hold a conversation, or they don't even know how to approach somebody. They don't even know how to start a conversation. So, yeah, I think that being an online college student has affected my social life, but I also know how to be social. You know what I'm saying? I know where to go to be social. I know how to be social. You know what I'm saying? I'm not like weird, or I don't have social anxiety. I don't have that. I feel like all of that are like spirits. You know what I'm saying? Like social anxiety is a spirit. Like I just don't have it. I don't have a problem with talking to people. Unless somebody is just very intimidating to me. But sometimes, even when people are intimidating, I force myself to talk to them because that's something that I want to work on within myself. I don't care if you're intimidating. I don't care if you look like you're not approachable. I'm still going to approach you because why not? You're not God. Who are you? My next question is, what's something you wish you knew before choosing online school? I don't know why I just said school like that. That was so country. Online college. Something I wish I knew was something I wish I knew. Hmm, that's a good question. Something I wish I knew would probably be that the teachers just are not responsive to you. Like they just take forever to respond. Like, why do you take so long to respond? I gotta get this work done, and you're not even helping me. Like you, piss poor, y'all. Literally piss poor. The teachers are piss poor. The next question is, how do you balance work, school, and trying to have a social life? Work, sometimes work can be very stressful for me, but you know what? I ask. And well, I don't even ask. I tell them I need. I need at least 3 days off to function. If you want me to come in here and do my part and be able to function when I come in here and give you my best, I need 3 days off. And I need those 3 days off so I can be able to do my work. I can be able to do my best in school and still be able to come in here on my days that I do work. But in order for me to do that, I need those 3 days off so I can use those 3 days to do my work, decompress, prepare myself to come in here. You get what I'm saying? So work and school is not really hard to balance. As far as my social life, I don't really have a social life. Like I only talk to my family members. Like my immediate family members, they're the only people who I talk to every day. So I don't feel like I have a social life right now. I feel like I am creating a social life, which is why I'm starting a community. The community is called Christ Collective, where a collective of young ladies come together, get closer to God, read our Bibles, go on dates, um, go on trips. I would love to go on a trip with Christ Collective. Like, yeah, that's my way of creating a safe place for not only me, but for women who need it, women like me, you know what I'm saying? Like minded people, you know what I'm saying? People who want to get closer to God. So, yeah. The next question is, have you found any ways to make friends or connect with people outside of school? No. And the reason I say that is because um right now I'm not forcing it. If it happens, it happens. Um am I putting myself out there to meet people? Uh Not really. I don't know if I really like yeah, I'm contradicting something I said earlier, but like I was finna say I don't know if I really want to do that. And the reason I say that is because I'm working on myself right now. And sometimes I don't know, y'all. It's weird. I don't even know how to explain it. Like I would say I wouldn't even say like I'm not really like looking for friends right now. I'm not looking like searching. I just want it to happen organically and I want God to do it. You get what I'm saying? Like I want God to be the center. I want God to do it. I don't just want to be out here talking to people and you get what I'm saying? We might connect, we might not. You get what I'm saying? I don't want to go out here just looking for friends. I want God to do it. Truly. I want him to do it. I want him to make it happen. I want him to bring us together. Whoever my friends are supposed to be in this lifetime. And a part of me saying that is just because of previous friendships. I guess you could say, like, I'm a little traumatized. Like, I have been in some friendships that have been very mentally draining and just overwhelming, and they have literally made me, I wouldn't say lose myself in them, but kind of lose myself in those friendships. So I don't want to speak being traumatized over me, but that's low key kind of what it is. Like I'm low key traumatized from friendships, but I'm open and I'm healing and I am setting boundaries and I know what I want. I know what I'm going to allow. I know what I'm not going to allow inside those friendships. So I want a God ordained friendship. The next question is, do you regret doing college online instead of in person? Yes and no. And the reason I say yes is because I want to be involved. I want to do things on campus. Um, I've always been that person who was always in organizations. Like when I was in school, I was in 4-H. I was a Girl Scout. Like I was doing stuff like that. I was on the dance team. I just always been a person that has been involved and been in groups. Um, in organizations and stuff like that. As far as me saying I don't regret it, it's because of the cost. Like I said, I'm not in debt. I am a um almost a junior. I am a second year sophomore in college right now. And that's because I'm taking my time, y'all. I know you probably like you 20 and second year sophomore. That's because I'm taking my time. I'm not in a rush. I'm going my own pace. Um, and it's hard being a full time college student while you're working, but I don't have to explain that to y'all. Y'all know how it is. If you know, you know. Um, but as far as me saying like I don't regret it, it's just because of the cost. Like I haven't had to take out any loans. I'm not in debt. Really haven't had to pay out of pocket since I started college. So that is a blessing. Like God be the glory. Literally, like thank you, Jesus, because that is not everybody's situation. That is not everybody's story. And I thank God for blessing me. So yeah, the last the the next and last question is, what advice would you give someone struggling with loneliness in their 20s? Sorry guys, my mic went dead, but I still wanted to answer you guys' last question. And the answer to that question is use that time to build your relationship with God because going to be that is the most important relationship in your life. That is the most important relationship you will ever have in this lifetime. So I would just use that time to really just focus on God, really develop that relationship. And once you do that, I feel like everything will follow. Those friends will find you. Your best friend that you've been wanting your whole life. Me, I don't have a best friend. Like I don't really have friends, to be honest with you. Like those people will find you. God will align you with those people. God will make it to where you guys have to cross each other's path. God will make it to where you guys will meet. You guys will find each other. You will have friends in this lifetime. That's what God has for you. And I just truly believe that I'm in this period of isolation for a reason, and I'm okay with that. And I'm just trusting God because honestly, if I'm gonna have friends, I want them to be God ordained. I want them to be God ordained friendships. I want them to be God ordained interactions. I don't just want to be out here talking to anybody just to say I had a conversation. If it's not a God ordained interaction, honestly, I really don't want it. I don't care for it. Why? Because it's not God ordained. It's not. It's no purpose. It's not meaningful. You get what I'm saying? So I want to build meaningful relationships, and I'm waiting on God for that. So the best advice I can give anyone who feels the same way is, you know, just wait on God. Wait on God. And it's okay. You don't have to try to fit in with people who you don't fit in with just to say you have friends. You don't have to go try to drink and smoke and do all this just to hang with these people, just to say you have friends. If that's what they're doing and that's not what you want, don't be around them because you want to say you have friends. That's not your type of crowd. Don't make yourself small. Don't put yourself inside a bubble, and don't dim your light to fit in. Don't dumb yourself down to fit in where you don't belong. But thank you guys so much for watching today's video. If you guys want more like sit down videos like this, please comment down below in the description box. I will get it done. This was a good video. I think I really enjoyed making this video. I really enjoyed talking to you guys. I really enjoyed talking about God with you guys. Like, yeah, just let me know if you guys want more videos like this. I am starting a podcast. The podcast is called Is This Thing On Podcast. I'm going to link the description. I'm going to link the channel link in the description box down below, so you guys can go subscribe to that channel, because I am uploading videos like immediately. I'm gonna start filming. Videos for that. Actually tomorrow, because I've been procrastinating. I'm like, I don't have like a good setup. I don't have this. I've been making excuses, y'all. But this right here, like, I like how this looks. Like, I like how comfortable I look, cozy, and I just want it to feel like um just a cozy, warm environment where you can just be yourself and you can just listen. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, y'all. Thank y'all so much for watching today's video. I can't wait to see you guys in the next video. Bye.